Okay, I'm not hearing anything as far as music. And I don't know if I'm supposed to. Hold on. Seems like I should be, but now if I talk... Oh, I was afraid I was feeding back. Before I was feeding back. I'm being totally lied to by my controls. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the third broadcast live this evening from Bob Doyle. Live in Marina Del Rey. The music that you're hearing is actually the theme to the Lounge Show, which I co-host with my friend Rob Scott. And we're not doing the Lounge Show right now. I just happen to have that handy. This is, of course, Fun with Bob and Lynn, or Happy Hour with Bob and Lynn, or whatever the heck you want to call it with Bob and Lynn. And this is, unfortunately, a purely test show, which means the following things are going to occur. I'm going to be loading other browsers to see if I can hear myself and test the sound quality. The real reason I'm doing this, and the reason that I just heard a it's a text from Lynn, and why am I still hearing music? I want this music to stop. There, Lynn writes, by the way, I love you, and it's off the charts here. You would have loved it next time, and she's referring to the Association of Transformational Leaders, which is where she is, which is why it's only fun with Bob right now. And so I've been doing a little bit of broadcasting tonight because one of the things, Lynn and I are getting ready to get very serious about, I know we've been saying this seriously for 2 years. Well, let's just pretend that we're serious this time too, about putting the Fun with Bob and Lynn show out on a regular basis with a regular time slot and so on. And we also are very serious about how we're going to propagate the show, like how we're going to get it out to the world, how are we going to make sure people hear it and all of that. So we're looking at platforms, and if you've been listening to our show, which of course you haven't, but if you have, you would know that we've been using a platform. Platform is a technology, if you will, called Spreaker. And so I go to, and so Spreaker, the reason we chose Spreaker is because the sound quality is excellent. It sounds, like the radio, and I can play music, and we can do, musical things, and it sounds good. Whereas with Blog Talk Radio, it sounds very compressed, and I just did a test just to make sure, because I'd heard that Blog Talk's, quality was better. And then I went and listened to it, and I listened to the whole thing that I recorded, and I'm like, no, it dropped out. It sounds not like it's on the phone, but very compressed, and music, forget it. Ain't gonna happen. No. All right, so, but the good thing about Blog Talk Radio, for all of you people who are, wondering, is that it has a great reach. We had a lot of listens to our show when we were broadcasting over at Blog Talk, more so than Spreaker. That's really not Spreaker's fault. They're just not set up in that network type of way that Blog Talk is. I don't know exactly why, but we got found and listened to a lot more over at Blog Talk Radio. Now, we have access to this amazing technology that it doesn't really matter where we do it. We can propagate it all over the place, and that's what we're going to be doing. I just wanted to see if we could kind of still use Blog Talk as a broadcasting platform. I even went over there and signed up for the premium service, so that I could broadcast right then and in prime time and live. And I listened to it, and I'm like, there's no way I'm doing the show with that. So right now, I am doing Spreaker, which is what we've been using. And now, okay, so you may or may not, hold on. You can't hear that. Hold on. Let's see if you can hear it now. I am doing Spreaker, which is what we've been using. And now, okay, so you may or may not, all right, good. So now I know how to do this for sure. What you were hearing was me listening to this show live in another browser, which is something that drives Lynn absolutely crazy. So I just know at least that I am in fact broadcasting live. It is showing up on my personal timeline. I want it to show up on the Fun with Bob and Lynn timeline, and I don't know if there's a way to do that. But, at least from Spreaker. But again, this technology that we have in the background will put everything exactly where we need it to go, and also hit 34 to 50 other social media platforms as well, and really get us out there, which is what we want, right? But I just want the sound quality to be the best, and I believe that we are going to stick with Spreaker. Because the sound quality is most definitely very good, and I can play music, and we've got the mixing console, and it's portable. We can do Spreaker wherever we are on our phones. However, just having said that, I just tried to broadcast on Spreaker over the phone live, which we've done countless times, and it was not working. I mean, it was just I'd be losing the network connection, and then I went back to listen to it after I was done, and it said that it had been deleted by the creator. That's me. No, did I delete? No delete did I do. Here's a test. It's really about, do you hear this? Okay, so and it looks like it might have been broadcasting, but very quietly. But again, oh wait, I could just listen, I guess. I think I missed it probably. Yeah, okay, so I'm listening to it. So I'm going to do this again. I wonder why it's so quiet, though. And now I'm going to listen back live. All right, so it's quiet. I'll work on that, okay? I'm not sure what's going on there, but it doesn't matter. It's just that's like if Lynn and I were going to play things live musically. That was me on the keyboard, and it's running through the system, and it should be, I should hear it. You should hear it how I hear it in my headphones, and I don't know why. You're not. So, but because Lynn and I want to create this in a multimedia type of way, we want to be able to have access to whatever we want to do, whether it's music or have a guest in the show. We just want to make sure all the microphones and everything is happening. So I'm back to loving Spreaker as the solution because, as I was saying, we can do it anywhere. We can do it on our phone, in the car, whatever, and broadcast live. Why it was giving me hiccups tonight, I don't know. We have a very speedy internet connection here. There's really no reason. No reason. Okay, so I think that is so the purpose of this recording is, if I didn't say it before, because I said it in the other one for sure, and then the other one got deleted. The reason I'm doing this is because this, of course, will create a downloadable MP3 file, which then I will download, and then I will upload it to Blog Talk Radio as an episode. I think, I can't remember if that works or not. But try that and see if the sound quality is any better, because that's our plan anyway. We're going to download these shows, then we're going to upload it to Blog Talk so it can, again, it's about putting it in as many places as we possibly can. All right, so, again, no, I don't want, here, stop. That was really not smooth. I'm going to try that again. What I wanted to do was say something, boom, and then now the theme music plays, and I didn't want the other show going in the background for obvious reasons. Okay, folks, ladies and gentlemen, and group. Those are all the collective ways I could think of to address you in the moment. I'm going to let you just be on your merry way, because why not? You're busy. It's, what is today? Thursday? It's not like it's Friday night, Saturday night. You got stuff to do. You got to go to work tomorrow. Whatever it is you do on Fridays, this is the Thursday night before it. So, you stop doing this. Stop listening to me testing stuff. I can't even believe you're taking the time to do that. But, I do appreciate it.